In 2014, Russell Wilson stood atop the football world, hoisting the Lombardi Trophy after demolishing Peyton Manning's Broncos in Super Bowl XLVIII. Just 9 years later, like a supernova dimmed to embers, he sat alone on the Broncos sideline, benched in the final weeks with the largest guaranteed contract in NFL history. From the pinnacle of championship glory to the stark reality of sideline exile, his journey raises profound questions. How does a quarterback transition from Super Bowl champion to $245 million backup? And more importantly, can a 35-year-old former superstar truly rebuild his career and legacy in Pittsburgh? This is the story of extraordinary heights, devastating falls, and the attempt at one final resurrection. To better understand Russell Wilson's up-and-down career, we have to take it back to 2012. Now, what if I told you that the quarterback who led the Seahawks to their first Super Bowl was once considered too short to even have a chance in the NFL? Standing at just 5'11" tall, Russell Wilson heard the same criticism throughout his college career, yet his journey from draft day afterthought to champion defies conventional football wisdom. When Wilson entered the 2012 NFL Draft, the skepticism was palpable. Despite impressive performances at both NC State and Wisconsin, scouts fixated on his height rather than his ability. As former NFL quarterback Chris Weinke noted, if he was 6'5", he'd probably be the number 1 pick in the draft. This height obsession overshadowed Wilson's remarkable college achievements, including his record-setting efficiency at Wisconsin, where he posted the highest single-season passer rating in NCAA history. The Seattle Seahawks ultimately selected Wilson as the 75th pick overall in the 3rd round, making him just the 6th quarterback taken in that draft class. What happened next shocked the football world. Despite Seattle's recent $26 million investment in quarterback Matt Flynn, Wilson claimed the starting job before the regular season began. Building on this unlikely start, Wilson's rookie campaign became historically significant. He completed 64.1% of his passes for 3,118 yards and 26 touchdowns, tying Peyton Manning's rookie touchdown record. His dual-threat capabilities added another dimension as he rushed for 489 yards and 4 touchdowns, keeping defenses perpetually off balance. Wilson's impact extended immediately to the postseason. In the wildcard round, he engineered a 24-14 comeback victory against Washington. Though the Seahawks fell to the Atlanta Falcons 30-28 in the divisional round, Wilson's 385 passing yards announced his arrival as a legitimate playoff quarterback. The NFL awarded Wilson Offensive Rookie of the Month honors and the first of multiple Pro Bowl selections. His immediate success created a perfect financial scenario for Seattle, an elite quarterback on an affordable rookie contract. By his second season, Wilson was hoisting the Lombardi Trophy after dismantling Peyton Manning's record-setting Broncos in Super Bowl XLVIII. The victory represented complete vindication. In just 2 seasons, he transformed from a prospect considered too short into a Super Bowl champion, outshining all 5 quarterbacks drafted before him. 26 seconds, 1 yard, and a single play call. That's all that separated the Seahawks from becoming back-to-back Super Bowl champions, and instead created the first fracture in what would become a gradual unraveling of Seattle's football empire. In 2015, the Seahawks faced the New England Patriots in Super Bowl XLIX with a chance to cement their status as the NFL's newest dynasty. Trailing 28-24 with seconds remaining, Seattle had positioned themselves at the Patriots' 1-yard line, needing only 3 feet of turf to secure victory. The fateful decision changed everything. Rather than handing the ball to Marshawn Lynch, their bruising running back who had dominated defenses all season, the Seahawks called a pass play. Malcolm Butler jumped the route and intercepted Wilson's throw, transforming certain victory into crushing defeat. This moment became the inflection point, marking the beginning of Seattle's decline. That interception created internal fissures that widened over time. Seattle's vaunted Legion of Boom defense, once an impenetrable fortress that had dominated opponents, began showing structural cracks. Like a championship foundation slowly eroding, key players fell to injuries while others became entangled in contract disputes. The once cohesive unit that terrorized offenses started to fragment, with departures and declining performances signaling the end of an era. As the defense faltered, Wilson's individual brilliance shone brighter. His 2015 records of 4,024 passing yards, 34 touchdowns, and a 110.1 passer rating came despite deteriorating protection and support. 2 years later, he led the NFL with 34 touchdown passes, showcasing remarkable resilience as the offensive philosophy shifted to depend almost entirely on his abilities. The relationship between Seattle's front office and their star quarterback appeared strong when they made Wilson the highest paid player in April of 2019 with a 4-year, $140 million contract extension. This massive investment suggested the Seahawks viewed him as their cornerstone despite the gradual erosion of their championship roster. Yet, beneath the surface, the relationship had deteriorated. By March of 2022, the partnership had reached its breaking point. Wilson requested a trade, and the Seahawks sent him to Denver for 2 first-round picks, 2 second-round picks, a 5th-round selection, and 3 players. The Broncos traded for Russell Wilson as a franchise-defining gamble. Denver surrendered a king's ransom in draft capital and players, then immediately doubled down by handing Wilson a staggering $245 million contract extension before he'd taken a single snap in orange and blue. The organization was convinced they were just a quarterback away from championship contention, and Wilson's Seattle resume suggested he was the perfect solution. In a dramatic twist of scheduling fate, Wilson's Broncos debut came against his former Seattle team, amplifying the stakes of this high-profile acquisition. Despite throwing for 340 yards, the Broncos lost 17-16 in a game that crystallized the team's fractured decision-making. First-year head coach Nathaniel Hackett bypassed giving Wilson a chance on 4th down, instead attempting a 64-yard field goal that failed. The message was devastating. Denver had mortgaged their future for a quarterback they wouldn't trust when it mattered most. What followed was a statistical collapse so dramatic it shocked football observers. Wilson, once revered for his precision and leadership, posted career-worst numbers across the board in 2022, completing just 60.5% of his passes with only 16 touchdowns against 11 interceptions. His signature deep ball vanished, replaced by erratic throws and baffling decisions. The locker room situation fell apart rapidly. Reports emerged of Wilson receiving special treatment with a private office and personalized staff that alienated teammates. The quarterback, once celebrated as Seattle's leader, became viewed as entitled in Denver. As the team fractured, Hackett was fired before completing his first season. Super Bowl winning coach Sean Peyton arrived in 2023, offering temporary hope. Wilson's numbers improved modestly, but the offense remained ineffective. Despite these improvements, the Broncos benched Wilson for the final 2 games, protecting themselves from injury guarantees in his contract. The final chapter arrived on March 4th of 2024, when the Broncos announced Wilson's release. The financial implications were staggering. Denver would absorb an $85 million dead cap hit, the largest in NFL history. In just 26 months, Wilson had transformed from franchise savior to the league's most expensive salary cap casualty. From a record-setting $245 million contract to the veteran minimum salary of $1.2 million in just 2 years, no quarterback in NFL history has experienced such a dramatic financial collapse. Yet this stunning reversal might be precisely what Russell Wilson needed. For the first time since his rookie season, Wilson enters a situation where nothing is guaranteed, where he must earn everything from scratch. The Pittsburgh Steelers represent a franchise defined by stability and excellence. While other organizations cycle through coaches and philosophies, the Steelers stand apart. Mike Tomlin has never experienced a losing season during his entire tenure as head coach, creating the perfect foundation for Wilson's comeback attempt. This stability provides Wilson a consistent environment to rebuild his game after Denver's chaos. Justin Fields' presence adds a compelling dimension to Wilson's Pittsburgh chapter. Acquired from Chicago, Fields represents competition and mirrors Wilson's early career, a mobile quarterback with tremendous physical gifts, but questions about long-term viability. This competition forces Wilson to earn the starting role, potentially rekindling the hunger that defined his Seattle beginnings. The financial arrangement tells a powerful story. At $1.2 million from Fortune to football pittance, Wilson becomes potentially the NFL's greatest bargain. A Super Bowl champion earning less than many special teams players. This structure removes pressure from Pittsburgh while placing it squarely on Wilson's shoulders. If he fails, the Steelers lose virtually nothing. If he succeeds, they've orchestrated one of the greatest value signings in NFL history. Wilson's 2024 schedule includes games against both former teams, providing opportunities to redefine his legacy. Imagine the emotion as he takes the field against Seattle and Denver, each snap a chance to prove his struggles were temporary and not a permanent decline. Can Wilson join quarterbacks who engineered successful late career resurrections? Kurt Warner went from grocery clerk to Super Bowl MVP, then from cast-off to another Super Bowl appearance. Ryan Tannehill transformed from Miami disappointment to Tennessee's leader. The Wilson arriving in Pittsburgh is humbled but determined. Under a demanding coach competing with a younger quarterback, he has the opportunity to author a compelling final chapter. This unexpected twist makes the 2024 season one of the NFL's most fascinating narratives. Few careers in professional football illustrate the volatile nature of NFL stardom quite like Russell Wilson's journey. His trajectory represents a powerful reminder that in this unforgiving league, achievement doesn't guarantee continued success. The contrast between his triumphant Seattle tenure and his disastrous Denver chapter couldn't be more stark. Now in Pittsburgh, Wilson faces his greatest challenge, redefining a legacy that hangs in the balance. His story embodies the fragility of reputation and the difficulty of maintaining excellence. As we watch Wilson's final act unfold with the Steelers, will this resilient competitor rise like a phoenix from the ashes of failure to reclaim his place among the elite?